notice that I put a pad of paper under here because I don't like to draw directly on a, on a hard surface. That will kind of, I don't know, it's a different feel, right? So I have pad of paper, or you can put 2 or 3 sheets of paper, and that will help you with achieve a kind of a little bit more, I would say, soft mark, a feeling of, eliminate the feeling of rigidity when you make the mark on the paper. So now I'm going to sharpen a hard piece of charcoal, the point, and I'm gonna start drawing with this. I like to start with hard because it doesn't leave a lot of dust, charcoal dust. It makes a thin mark that is cleaner, right? And easier to either to draw over it and will be incorporated in the following layers of charcoal, or easy to just to dust off. So it would keep the page cleaner when we do working like this, right? Okay, so Proudhon, right? This work is fairly finished. Unlike the previous Proudhon that we have seen that had a passage between the bottom and that was just barely blocked in, and then moving up. Actually, I have it. Let me get the drawing. See, this work in here is very didactic. It explains a lot how he proceeded in working, right? So start blocking in just a few rough lines of the outline of the legs, right? The light mesh and shadow mesh, etc. And then he finds out three values, sorry, lighter than the paper, darker than the paper, the same as the paper, which he leaves alone. And then as he moves up, he extends the tonal scale and refines the mark and get into a very, very final polished finish, right? So this one here instead is all finished. So we'll see if we can, I don't think we're gonna be able to finish it today, but I think it's worth working maybe a couple of sessions because it really will teach us how to render tonally. All right, so I'm gonna make it bigger than the original, and I'm gonna start blocking in the head here, right? All right, that. So blocking in the head here, right? I'm looking at this line here now, and I'm gonna use a method that is more associated, of course, with the French Academy, right? And but I might sneak in some measurement without telling the French Academy, right? You see it? You see the marking? See that? That I look at this angle here, right? And this angle here. It's a 90 degrees angle. See that here? Then I have the neck coming down like this. From the little bit of a distance from the top, the chin here, I have the deltoid here, right? And at the same level, but on the other side, I have the trapezius here, and the arm comes down like this. This armpit is at the level of the head here, so I block this ear down like this. The point where I want to find the point of connection between the bicep and the back, see that? And I see that it's kind of toward the back of the head. Now I am assuming that, see the initial measurement here, the volume of the head, is crucial to kind of line up other landmarks, right? I see that the armpit here is between the ear and the back is here, right? That's the armpit. Then I see that the point of connection, again, assuming that this is correct and assuming that the arm is the right angle, I come down with a alignment here, right? To find it, I want to find a point where the back is connecting with the bicep, and it's toward the back of the head here, right? So I put it here, and in this is kind of just behind the ear here, right? I'm eyeballing now, right? I'm really eyeballing, and now the chest comes down like this, and then it goes down, changes angle a little bit higher than the point where the back connects with the bicep here, and it goes down straight. See that? Straight. And then I have the glutei. So later I will measure, right? Just to make sure that I have it right. I will measure using the other method, just as a way to double check. So gluteus. And now I have, let me see now, this portion in here, I'm measuring now. This portion in here from the root of the leg here next to the penis, right? Down to the leg is similar length, right? So now I take my estimation of the beginning of the leg, this plus 2 fingers, this plus 2 fingers. So the feet are gonna be about down here. Down here, right? And the foot here ends, is lined up with the shin. So I come down here, that's the foot, the heel, right? The heel lines up with the chin. So this leg is gonna go down like this, right? More or less. And this portion in here, and inside, I go down like that here. I'm blocking in the leg, right? Eyeballing the knee, coming out with the calves. And the foot here, right? That. So we start, the idea is that we want to start blocking in, right? A first estimation of the proportion of the figure. And then after that, we can start thinking, oh, it should be a little bit longer, should be a little bit wider, should be a little bit something, right? And so from here, I have the navel is at the level of the change of angle between the rib cage and the external oblique here, right? From the navel, right, I go in a little bit. And that's where I have next to the root of the leg here, I have the genitals here, and this little triangle here, which is, I'm looking just at the shape of the triangle, what it looks like. But overall, we can also see a rhythm. See that from here to here to here, like that, right? We try to see if we have replicated that, right?
Okay, thank you.
So now, yeah, eventually I might need to narrow this a little bit, but let's wait to do that, right? We're blocking the whole figure. See how all these parts kind of connect with each other? And so now, the elbow here, the olecranon, that bump in the olecranon, is kind of just a little bit higher than the change of angle between the back and the end of the rib cage, right? So here. So from here, I have this bump that goes, that gives me the olecranon. From here, the forearm comes forward a little bit, comes, you know, so not down straight, comes forward at an angle a little bit, like this, right? And the wrist is about just below the genitals here, right? With the hand we can eyeball the hand, and we look first. Look at the back of the hand here, right? Look at the back of the hand, right? And then we look at the fingers and the thumb attached to it. So let's see if that arm looks too long. I'm gonna look at it later. Because the gluteus probably is a little bit higher, right? So here, if the gluteus is higher, it means that the genitals are gonna be a little bit higher, and then the hand is gonna be a little bit higher. Yeah, I'm gonna look at this now. So here, I'll lift the arm a little bit. All right, so the other arm, right? Actually, I wanna block in the other leg first. So the other leg, we see how we can eyeball the space between the foot, where the foot has contact with the ground. It's above the malleolus is the other foot. So here, foot, malleolus here. The other foot is above here. So I'm gonna estimate this spacing here, right? And estimate also how much of the foot I see here in the back. And also I want to estimate a little bit where this point in here is, the point where the back leg emerges from behind the front leg. It's a little bit above the knee here. And I have one, see that, 1 and 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have the gastrocs. We have the upper part of the gastrocs, the lower parts of the gastrocs, the soleus, and then eventually the heel. Maybe this foot, this needs to be closer to the other leg. So I move this closer to the other leg here, like that. Okay, good. So all this work in here that we are doing, it's more intuitive, but this intuitive knowledge, right, comes from understanding the human figure, studying anatomy, studying structure, and all that.